Try that. Okay, that'll work well. All right, so again, I'll give you another second or so to grab your weights. We'll need them in the strength training section. We're gonna start out with a warm up. We're gonna do 30-second rounds of each exercise, and we're gonna go through 2 rounds. So I'm gonna get my timer ready to keep me on time. And I'll kind of explain the exercises as we go. The first one is going to be a square step. Cutting my head off. Okay, so for this one, you're going to imagine there's like a cross on the floor, and you're going to step forward over that cross, sideways over the cross, backwards, and then back to the side. So you're going to make a square. All right, that is our first warm-up exercise. Well, again, we're going to do this for 30 seconds. All right, here we go. So step forward, sideways, back, and to the opposite side. I'm going to adjust my camera again. Doesn't want to stay up today. Okay. Try and make those nice big steps as you're stepping in your square. All right, we'll take a rest break. The next one is just going to be marching and reaching up with your opposite hand. If it's too hard for you to coordinate both movements and balance, you can hang on to the wall or your chair and just focus on the legs, or just focus on the arms. All right, next we're gonna move into our power moves. So the first one is that power up. All right, here we go for 30 seconds. And think nice and big and pause. Just trying to get your body warmed up. Halfway through. All right, a little rest, and we're gonna move into our rock, like so. All right, here we go. Shift and rock. Halfway through. Oh, sorry, we're in the middle of an exercise class right now.
Okay, because I was in here and I left my bento box.
Sorry about that. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is our twist. So open up and twist. Halfway through, I'm trying to get those arms, hands together and rotating. All right, take a rest. And then the next one is gonna be our step. Move my weights up the way. All right, step and reach. Step and reach. Again, I apologize, my camera keeps moving. Doesn't want to stay up today. Halfway through. All right, Take a rest, and then our next one, we're gonna do fist bumps. So we're gonna do fist bumps in the front, and then fist bumps in the back. Okay, so just moving those arms, kind of stretching out those shoulders, trying to get those fists to touch. Halfway through. All right, take a little break. You guys get a minute rest. I'm gonna try to readjust this camera again. Tighten it down a little bit. That's better. Okay, so you have about 30 more seconds of a break, and then we're gonna go through that whole warm up one more time. And I got so excited, I forgot to introduce myself. So if you are new to our class, thank you for joining us. I think most of you are pretty familiar. My name is Corey, I'm a physical therapist here with UCSD. And thank you for exercising with us. All of these things can be adapted to sitting if you are feeling tired or you're unable to stand and maintain your balance. Just do it in sitting. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. Okay, we're gonna start with that stepping again. So big steps, making that square. Halfway through. All right, take a little break. Then we're going to go into our marching with that opposite arm reach. 3, 2, 1, go. Reach high. Through. All right, take a little rest, and then we're gonna move into our power move. So that first one is that knee bend, reach forward, big up, arms out. Here we go for 30 seconds. Halfway through. All right, and rest. Now we're gonna move into the rug. So that weight shifting side to side. Here we go. Try to keep your foot in contact. This one's not a step, it's a weight shift. So shift and reach. Halfway through. All right, rest. Then we're gonna move into our twist. All right, here we go. Again, let your hips move to help you rotate and get that full rotation. Halfway through. All right, rest. And then we'll do our step. So that big step out to the side and back in. Here we go. Step and reach. Step and reach. Halfway through. All right, rest. And then we're gonna finish our warm up with those fist or hand bumps forward and behind. Here we go. This one you kind of go at your own pace, really just working to get those hands to connect. Okay. And done with our warm up. Hopefully you guys are feeling all warmed up now. All right. So now we're gonna move into some strength training. So I want you to grab those weights that you have or water bottles or soup cans, and we're going to start with some squats. So I want you to hold them in front of you. If that is uncomfortable for whatever reason, you could modify down at your side. If you are sitting, you can still hold it like this and you'll end up doing some trunk bends. But if you are standing and doing squats, I want you to hold them up. You're gonna squat down and come up. We're gonna do 10 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. So now, as you are resting from your squatting exercise, you're gonna put your weights down, either to the side of you, to the front of you, and we're gonna alternate with 20 shoulder squeezes. So you're just gonna work on pulling those shoulders back together. Keep your shoulders down. You don't want them scrunched up and elevated to your ears. If you want to, you can keep holding onto your weights as you're pulling back. But if you feel like you need a break, take a break. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good, we'll rest, shake it off a second, and then we're gonna go back and do our second set of our squats. So grab your weights, put them in front of you, and we got 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and you can do these at your own pace if we're going a little fast for you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. All right, and now we're gonna do those shoulder squeezes again. Now you catch your breath a second. All right, and then squeeze those shoulders back together. 1, 2, and make sure you're counting out loud. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2 more, 19, and 20. Great job. Go ahead, you can set your weights down if you're still holding them, or just take a nice little rest, and then we'll complete our third set of our squats and squeezes. So here we go, got 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. And then we have 20 more squeezes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Nice job. All right. We'll take a deep breath and a little rest. And then we'll move into our next set of exercises. So the next one is going to start with a bicep curl. Most of you are probably familiar with this. It's just you're bringing your weight up by bending your elbow. So side looks like this. Try to keep your elbow close to your side. You don't want it way out here or something. In terms of hand grip, it's whatever is comfortable for you. Sometimes people with elbow pain, if you hold them out, palms out and weights out, that can be a little uncomfortable. Sometimes this, just holding them forward, is a little bit more forgiving on the elbow, so you can adjust that based on what you think you need. It changes the exercise just slightly, but it's still a good one. So pick your preferred hand grip, and then we're gonna do 10. Let's do 10 of them alternating, okay? So we'll do one arm, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Good. And then we're gonna rest for about 30 seconds before we move on to our next set. So when you are strength training, rest is important. A general rule of thumb is if it takes you about 30 seconds to do the exercise, you want to wait at least that same amount of time, if not longer, before you begin your next set. That can sometimes feel like an eternity when you're exercising, you just want to get it over with, but you can actually find that your muscles can do a little bit more if you give them a proper rest period in between, because then you're working on strengthening and not necessarily endurance of the exercise. So, all right, let's go into our second set. Here we go. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. And then we're gonna rest again for another 30 seconds. You can set your weights down if you're tired of hanging on to them. Give your muscles again a nice little break. And breathe. Get some water if you need. And I even find it difficult to rest. It's good for us. All right, so when you're ready, we're gonna grab our weights for our last set of bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, go ahead and relax. We're gonna set one of the weights over to the side because the next exercise, we're just gonna do one side at a time. So we'll trade off with our weight. So now what we're gonna work on is triceps. So the back of your arm. So if we can, there's a couple different ways we can do this exercise. The first one being that you're gonna hold it kind of up at your shoulder and then straightening your arm up like this. So again, elbow is bent and you're just straightening it up and pushing that arm up and away. You want to try to keep the elbow in tight to you. Be careful if you are using a weight or soup can, bring in that bottle of water. You don't clunk your head, so pay attention to where that arm is going, okay? All right, and we're gonna do 10 and then we'll switch to the other side. And again, you can do these in a seated position as well, if you feel like it's a little bit hard to balance and stand and do your strengthening. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, depending on how that one felt, if that felt okay and you were fine kind of holding that weight over your head, then that's really good. You will switch to the other side and repeat that same way. If that felt really challenging to you and you don't like it, the other variation would be that you kind of lean forward so you can stabilize at the chair, the wall, whatever you have. I'm gonna adjust my feet just a little bit. Arm is staying again tucked to my side, and then I'm doing the same thing. I'm just straightening against gravity. Again, you want to keep your elbow tucked to your side. Try that if you want, or stick with the other one. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So again, the goal of this exercise is the back of the arm. So that's where you should be kind of feeling those muscles working. Again, either way or style is going to be working that same muscle. So choose which is good for you. All right, I'm going to go back to this way and we're going to do 10 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And so this arm was resting while the other one was working, so we'll go right into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. We'll pause just a second and then we'll complete our third set. If this one is tiring for you and you feel like you can't do another set, then that's fine. Take a round off, let those muscles rest till we go to the next one. If you feel like you can do a little bit more than 10, feel free. Trying to pick something in the middle for all of us. Okay, here we go. 1, or just get rid of your weight. 2, and still do the movement. 3, if your arm is tired. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Whew. Okay, deep breath. Okay, we're gonna grab our other weight again. And now we're gonna try to do a little bit of a shoulder strengthening exercise. Depending on how heavy your weight is probably going to depend on how many of these you can do. These muscles are typically a little bit weaker, so it might be challenging for you. So this one, we're gonna shoot for 5 at a time. Again, if you feel like you can do more, then go ahead and do more, maybe 8 or 10. If you can't quite make it to 5, then do 2 or 3, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna raise our weights out to the side, nice and big, and then come back down. That's 1, 2, trying to make that T. 3, 4, 5. Good, and rest. Give those shoulders a break. And if you are continuing on with higher rep counts on this one, good job, keep going. Way to push yourself. Give a little bit longer rest. And then we're gonna start again with our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. And rest. Again, you can put your weights down if you want to, or you can hold them for the next 30 seconds. All right, one last set of 5 on the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job. We're gonna set our weight off to the side now. We're gonna shift to a couple exercises where we won't need them. So the next one to kind of round out our upper body is just some posture exercises. So your head position, where your head is in space. Most of us tend to have this kind of forward head that we heard to see in the video. I want you to work on pulling it back. If you are standing against a wall, it's a good place to practice. And you're going to try to have good upright posture, pressing your head or pulling your head up to that wall and holding it, okay? We're gonna do 10 of those. So chin pulled back and hold 1, and then just return it to your resting position. And chin up and back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Okay, we'll rest a second. You should feel this kind of in the back of your neck near the base of your skull. Those are the muscles that are trying to pull that head back into position. So think of it more as a pulling back, not necessarily a like tipping up or tipping down. Okay, we're trying to get, you want to imagine yourself getting closer and closer to that wall and growing maybe a little bit taller in the process with getting your head back. Okay, we'll do 10 more of those. So head and chin back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Now move your neck around, give it a little bit of a break. And then we're gonna do a couple more exercises. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do are heel raises, where you go up onto your tiptoes and then lower flat, trying to balance flat on the floor. Chair in front of you, wall in front of you, whatever you need. We're going to do, let's do 15 of those. So up and down. With this one, if you need to touch to maintain your balance, that's totally fine. Today we're doing more strength. So try and keep those calves nice and strong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. So the next one is the opposite. We're gonna do one at a time here. So I want you to try to pull those toes up. Just on one foot. We'll do 10, and then we'll switch and do 10 on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and try to pull up as high as you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're gonna switch feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Shake out those calves, those ankles. And then we're gonna go into our heel raises again, and we're gonna try to do 15 we can. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right. March it out, shake it out, whatever you need. I'm gonna do one more set of the toe raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Now set on the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, shake it out a second. And we got one more strengthening exercise for our legs. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna step out to the side and do a little lunge. So your knees bending on that stepping side, okay? Chair, wall, countertop, whatever's nearby for your balance. The harder or the further you step out, the harder it is going to be to come back. So keep that in mind, don't get yourself in a pickle, okay? So step out, 1, 2, 3, really try to get your weight over there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Shake it out a little if you need. 10 on the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Okay, so we'll do a couple things just to cool down, stretch out a little bit. The first one, just being as standing or seated wherever you are, just a little rotation. So trying to turn your body. And then back to the middle. Rotate to the other side. I'm using my back hand on this wall to rotate me a little bit further. You do the same thing with the chair or your wall. Come back. We'll do one more each way. Twist. Opposite. Okay, very good. And then we're going to do a W. So you're going to kind of reach back. If you have a wall nearby or a doorway, you can also kind of step through using that doorway, or just really work on pulling those shoulders back, opening up that chest. Good. And rest. Switch side of my wall here. And open. Right. Rest. All right, and then the last one we'll do is the calf stretch. So wall, counter, table, chair, wherever you are, one foot kind of in the back, the other one lunging forward. Keep your back knee straight and that foot flat on the floor, especially because we ended class working those calves. Okay, we'll switch. All right, very good. That's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys all had a, oh, no, my head's really high. Hope you guys all had a good class. There it goes. Happy holidays to you all. And I will see you in our next one, okay?